Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Melching Field in DeLand, Florida, for tonight's Florida Collegiate Summer League matchup between the visiting Winter Garden Squeeze and your reigning, defending Florida League champion, DeLand Suns. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ryan Murphy. Glad you could join us on this Thursday night. As Cole Beverland's first pitch of the game misses high and inside for a ball 1-0. The Florida State Seminole Cole Beverland gets the baseball tonight for the Suns as his second pitch of the game misses the zone again, 2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes, the 2-0 pitch from Beverland. High and inside for ball 3, and the count 3 balls and no strikes on the leadoff hitter for Winter Garden, the dangerous Dalton Shuffield. Into the motion goes Beverland. The 3-0 delivery is over the plate for a strike on the outer half at 81 miles an hour. The count is 3-1. The 3-1 delivery right down Broadway again from Beverland. Count full 3-2. The lineup for Winter Garden: Shuffield, Brandt, Faison, Jackson, Head, Holmes, Del Valle, Judd, and Douglas. Gave you the defensive arrangement for the Suns after the 3-2 tap towards the mound, collected by Beverland. His throw to first is in time to get Dalton Shuffield motoring down the line, and there's one gone here in the first for Ethan Brandt. Defensively for the Suns, it looks like this. Mark Townsend, as usual, in left. Tim Dixon in center. Alan Alonso in right. Peter Hutzel is at third. Hunter Fornari is at short. Joe McNamara is at second. And Joe Burke is at first. Christian Pregent does the catching for Cole Beverland tonight, as Ethan Brandt will step in from Winter Garden Squeeze, and he's swinging a miss from Cole Beverland, as after a tough first 3 pitches, Beverland has battled back with 4 straight in the zone, including a swing and a miss there from Ethan Brandt. Count starts, no balls, and a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Beverland swung on and missed. Went right back to his bread and butter breaking stuff, and is quickly ahead in the count, no balls, and 2 strikes. Beverland working from the windup with nobody on base. We'll give you his numbers after he delivers this 0-2 delivery. Slowing outside for a ball, and the count is 1-2. Beverland has been one of the Suns' top starters in the 2019 season. Florida League All-Star and a Prospect Showcase member. Gets a swing and a miss on the 1-2 delivery as Brandt can't golf it out low and away, and there's 2 gone for Wesley Faison. Beverland's making his 7th appearance of the season. They've all been starts. 29 innings, 23 hits, 15 runs, 13 earned. Make that 12 earned. 20 strikeouts, make it 21. 17 walks. He's 3-0 with a 3.72 ERA. First pitch to the 3-hole hitting Wesley Faison is sent straight back to the screen, and the count on the 3-hole hitter for Winter Garden is no balls and a strike. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 from Beverland bounces in for a ball. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Cole Beverland is a fly ball into deep left center field. Tim Dixon's got a beat on it. He's back, and he makes the catch at cap height, and the inning is over. Cole Beverland works a 1-2-3 first inning as we go to the bottom of the first inning from Melching Field in DeLand. With your score, it's Winter Garden 0, the DeLand Suns coming up. The DeLand Suns lineup will look like this on this Thursday night. It's McNamara, Fornari, Townsend, Hilton, Alonzo, Hutzel, Burke, Dixon, Pregent to hit for the DeLand Suns against the starter. For the Winter Garden squeeze in Jacob Burr. Burr dominated the Suns the first time he pitched against them, as the first pitch to McNamara will miss the zone for a ball 1-0. Burr out of Trinity Baptist College in Jacksonville. The 1-0 delivery deals in the zone for a strike. It's 1-1. 0-4 with a 7.66 ERA, but his best start of the season this year came against the Suns. Worked 4 scoreless innings, allowing 4 walks and 3 hits, but striking out 3 in a 5-4 victory over the Suns back on June 10th. That was the third of Winter Garden's 5 victories this season. Last time out was July 21st. He threw an inning and 2/3, allowed 3 runs, all earned on 4 hits, 4 walks. Did strike out 3 as the 1-2 pitch misses outside to McNamara. Count even on the DeLand second baseman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Del Valle, Holmes, Brandt left to right in the outfield. Head, Sheffield, Judd, Jackson left to right in the infield as a hanging breaking ball is sent back to the screen by McNamara. 2-2. Douglas does the catching for Burr. Two balls, 2 strikes the count. 6th pitch of the inning coming from Jacob Burr. 6th pitch to the leadoff hitter in Joe McNamara, who has been a very good part of the lineup for the Suns in the last month or so. He was hitting 140 on about June 25th, and ever since then, he has been hitting about 400. Two-two pitch sent foul off the top of the screen. It'll carry him back on top of the dugout as a couple of kids are going to chase after it. And I don't know if either of them are going to want to chase it down there, as it has lodged itself on the top of the dugout in a puddle. And both of them are just staring down wistfully at the baseball. And I don't think anyone's going to be brave enough to try to jump the railing there and go corral it, as Jacob Burr's 2-2 delivery is a breaking ball that is poked into shallow right center field. It'll carry long enough to get into the glove of the right fielder Ethan Brandt, and Joe McNamara is put down for out number 1 to bring up the FGCU Eagle in Hunter Fornari. Final series of this season. Just 2 more games on the schedule between these two teams. There is that suspended game that is still in a bit of limbo as the first pitch misses the zone to Fornari. 1 ball and no strikes. 2 other games in the Florida League tonight. Winter Park is at Sanford, and Seminole County is at Leesburg as Hunter Fornari sends one into right center field for a base hit. Fornari will take a hard turnaround first, and he will have to retreat quickly to the bag, as Fornari will stand on first as today's bat boy Nick Baroa goes and gets the bat. And it brings up the MVP candidate in Mark Townsend with a runner on first and 1 away in the first. Townsend has been as good as anybody in the Florida League. A .346 hitter, 29 RBIs, 33 runs scored. He has 7 home runs on the season. He takes a first pitch breaking ball from Burr, misses the zone 1-0. He's also drawn 28 walks on the season. He leads the team in that category, and he will send that one into center. Holmes will camp underneath it and make the play, so Townsend put out for the second out of the first inning. To bring up DeLand's cleanup hitter, Brandon Hilton, who's off to a solid start in his season, playing in his 6th game for the Suns. He's 5 of 16, 3 runs scored. In 5 games, has already driven in 5 runs, including a mammoth home run over the right field wall last night in that never-ending story that was a 17-6 loss to Leesburg. Off of first is Fornari, who is a threat to steal. First pitch to Hilton, catches the inside corner at 77 miles an hour, 0-1. Fornari has attempted to steal 12 times this season. He's been successful every time. He leads the Suns with 12 stolen bases. The Suns, 52 of 58 on the base paths this season, a tick below 90%. There goes Fornari, but Hilton will foul it off down the right side as it will carry him off the cement and head into shallow right field where the second baseman Marcus Judd will chase it down as Hilton quickly finds himself down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. The other 2 games tonight, Winter Park and Sanford, are currently in a rain delay. Seminole County with an early lead on Leesburg, though, 1-0. Pitch in the dirt to Brandon Hilton runs the count to 1-2. Seminole County with a 2-game lead over Winter Garden. Pickoff throw to first, and they nearly got Hunter Fornari, but he's able to get in under the tag. The magic number for the Scorpions to clinch as of now is 2. The 1-2 pitch, Hilton fouls it off again. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Checking the runner is Burr. Fornari does not go, and Hilton swings and misses. Fooled by the breaking ball was the big man Brandon Hilton, and the inning is over. Neither team able to get anything going in the first inning. We go to the second, scoreless. Four, 5, and 6 in the Winter Garden order. Jackson, Head, Holmes will hit against Cole Beverlin, whose 0-1 breaking ball is fouled off. It will bounce off the top of the bleachers and stay in play, at least for the fans, as the count is 0-2 on Bryce Jackson. Neither team able to strike in inning number 1. The Suns got the only base runner in a Hunter Fornari single. The 0-2 from Beverlin. Popped up foul down the left side. Will do it again. On the season, Bryce Jackson, a hitter of .227, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Has struck out 35 times, though. That is one of the best in the Florida League, but he skies that one deep into right field. Alan Alonso traces it back. It's off the Alliance community sign in right field. Alonso will gun it in, but not nearly in time. It's a double for Bryce Jackson. That's easily a home run at his home park of Lake Minneola High School, but here it stays in the yard for a double, and Winter Garden has the first runner in scoring position for either team. They've got a leadoff double to bring up Bobby Head. Head hitting .246 on the season. That's third on the team. 17 hits and 69 AB. 7 runs scored, 8 runs batted in. 1 home run to his name. Runner on second, nobody out as Winter Garden threatens here in the second. Beverlin, the righties, first pitch of the at-bat in the dirt for a ball. Christian Pregent keeps it in front of him, and the count on Bobby Head is 1 ball and no strikes. Alonso, Hutzel, and Burke due up in the second inning for DeLand. This game with no importance to the Suns other than just staying sharp as the 1-0 pitch from Beverlin, high and tight for ball 2-0. Winter Garden still with an outside chance of running down Seminole County for the final playoff spot. They would need a win tonight in all likelihood to keep that hope alive as the 2-0 delivery is in there for a strike from Beverlin with the letters 2-1. The team they're trying to catch, Seminole County, is not making it easy. They lead right now in Leesburg. It's 1-0. Bottom of the first inning at Pat Thomas Stadium. As we mentioned the other game, Winter Park in Sanford, suspended due to rain in Sanford as the 2-1 pitch from Beverlin is skied into right center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Alonso will cut it off. His throw will come in time to hold the runner as the first baseman, Burke, able to take it behind the pitcher's mound. Back-to-back hits for the Winter Garden Squeeze have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the second inning for the 6-hole hitter, Justin Holmes. So after a 1-2-3 inning by Beverlin, he's given up a pair of hits to right field to Jackson and Head, the 4 and 5 hitters, and a golden opportunity for the Squeeze to score as Justin Holmes will step in. Holmes, a .231 hitter, 21 of 91, 10 runs scored. Looking for his 10th RBI. Won't get it on the first pitch as he fouls it off 0-1. Suns have locked up the number 2 seed. They will play either Sanford or Leesburg in the first round of the FCSL playoffs as Beverlin comes high and tight, missing the zone. Count even on Justin Holmes, 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's going to lead to a mound visit from Rick Hall. First pitch after the mound visit from Beverlin. Misses the zone again. 2 balls and a strike. Beverlin working from the stretch with runners at the corners. Nobody out. His 2-1 pitch is a fly ball into right field. Alan Alonso trailing it into foul ground. He'll run out of room. As the ball will head towards the Squeeze bullpen, Beverlin gets a second strike. Count 2-2. An overcast sky tonight at Melching Field. The lights are already on, a good hour before sunset. As the 2-2 breaking ball from Beverlin is in the dirt. Taking off for second on the wild pitch will be Bobby Head. Pregent kept it in front of him to keep Jackson from advancing, but the double play is out of commission as the count has run full on Justin Holmes. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count delivery. The payoff pitch from Beverland is fouled off by Holmes and will do it again. Count still full to the 6-hole hitter in the Winter Garden lineup. 3 balls and 2 strikes. With the runners on second and third, nobody out here in the second. Winter Garden, the Suns scoreless, but the Squeeze are threatening. The 3-2 from Beverland is a chopper playable towards third. Hutzel will check the runner. His throw to first is in time, so Beverland gets an unproductive out to retire Justin Holmes. Hutzel took it on the backhand down the line, made sure that Jackson wasn't taking off for the plate, and then threw a strike across the diamond for the first out to bring up Alex Del Valle. Second and third, 1 out now for the 7-hole hitter for Winter Garden. Del Valle, 5 of 34, 3 runs scored, 7 runs batted in on the summer, as he takes a pitch inside, that time from Beverland, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 delivery from Cole Beverland is another fly ball into right. Alonso will make the catch. Now he'll come to the plate. Alonso's throw to Christian Pregent is not going to be in time. The throw might have had a chance, but it one-hop Pregent who couldn't come up with it cleanly. It's a sacrifice fly for Alex Del Valle. Ahead to third base goes Bobby Head. In to score is Bryce Jackson, and Winter Garden strikes first here in the second. 1-0 Squeeze on the Del Valle sacrifice fly, as that will bring up the 8-hole hitter in Marcus Judd. Judd, a .202 hitter on the summer. If he has an official at-bat here, it'll be his 100th of the season. 8 runs scored, 8 runs batted in, as the first pitch Beverland throws is a strike 0-1. Into the motion, Beverland, his 0-1 pitch. Throws a fastball 85 miles an hour, high and tight for a ball. Count even 1-1, and if Beverland can get out of this with just the 1 run across, as that pitch in there for a strike on the inner half, count 1-2. If he gets out of this just the 1 run across, got to consider that a win. Second and third, nobody out, and get out of it with only the 1 run across, something that Beverland would take. He's got the 1-2 count in his favor, as that one lined into left field, but right at Mark Townsend. Townsend was playing shallow in left, and he's there to make the catch, so the Suns escape major damage in the second inning. But a sacrifice fly from Alex Del Valle opens the scoring as we go to the bottom of the second inning. It's Winter Garden 1, DeLand nothing, as you're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube. One ball, no strikes the count from Jacob Burr. A line drive into right field. It's going to carry over the head of the right fielder, Ethan Brand, and go all the way to the wall. Alonso will stop at second base, and the Suns answer the leadoff double from the Squeeze with one of their own, as Alan Alonso doubles into right field as Ethan Brandt read that late. It went over his head, and the Suns have their second hit of the game. It's an Alan Alonso double to bring up Pete Hutzel. Pete Hutzel is having a phenomenal summer. He's only played in 20 games. He was a midseason arrival, but in those 20 games, 21 RBIs. He's got 20 hits in 20 games for a 3.08 average. First pitch to Hutzel, misses high and outside for a ball. It's 1-0 on the Calgary, Alberta, Canada native. Off of second base is Alan Alonso. Suns looking to tie it up here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 to Hutzel, misses low and inside for a ball. It's 2-0 as last night's best pitcher for the Suns, Joe Burke, is in the on-deck circle. Burke throwing 3 innings of work last night, 2 scoreless, and gave up a couple of runs in his final inning of work in the 7th. Hutzel hits a sky-high pop-up in the infield, hacked at a 2-0 pitch. It will be caught by the third baseman in head for the first out of the inning as Winter Garden gets the needed unproductive out to bring up Joe Burke with a runner on second and 1 away. Final road trip of the regular season for the Suns tomorrow night. They will head down to Lake Minneola High School for the final time to take on the Squeeze in Minneola. And then back here to finish up the series on Saturday before off day Sunday league-wide. The play-in game between either Winter Garden or Seminole County against either Leesburg or Sanford will be on Monday. The Suns will begin their quest to repeat as champions Tuesday at home against either Leesburg or Sanford. Breaking ball to Joe Burke, misses the zone. Back-to-back pitches have, and the count is 2-0 on the Kentucky Wesleyan Panther. Playoffs, 4 versus 5 in a 1 game, and then the semifinals and the finals, both best of 3. The 2-0 delivery is high and outside to Joe Burke. It's 3-0. The 1 and the 2 have clinched. The 3 and the 4 interchangeable with each other, and the 5 is still up for grabs. Winter Park is the 1, DeLand is the 2. Leesburg and Sanford still up for grabs for the 3. 3-0 pitch in there for a strike to Burke. It's 3-1. Winter Garden still within striking distance of Seminole County for the number 5 seed, which would be the away team Monday night in the 1-game playoff. 3 balls and a strike. Runner goes, the 3-1, swung on and missed, throw down to third, will not be in time. So the count fills to Joe Burke, but Alan Alonso steals third to get himself 90 feet away from tying the game. For Alonso, that is his 9th stolen base of the summer on 11 attempts. Full count on Joe Burke, Tim Dixon in the on-deck circle. Burr from the stretch deals the 3-2 pitch. Burke hits a sky-high pop-up foul down the right side. On July 10th, Alan Alonso did not have a stolen base. He then proceeded to steal 4 in a 3-game series against the Seminole County Scorpions, stole 3 in a 3-game series with Sanford, and then stole 1 against Winter Park in the 3-0 victory the Suns had back on Monday night. 3-2 pitch fouled off again by Burke, and the count remains full on the KWC Panthers, still 3-2. 9-1-2 for Winter Garden, top 3, Douglas, Sheffield, and Brandt. Douglas will get his first crack, then back to the top of the order for Sheffield and Brandt, both of whom were set down by Beverlin in the first. The 3-2 breaking ball, upstairs, ball 4, and the Suns now have runners on the corners with 1 out here in the second inning to bring up the 8-hole hitting center fielder in Tim Dixon. Burke, not a threat to run. He is 1 for 1 on the season in stolen bases, and I believe that was the back end of a double steal that got Burke his first steal of the season. Maybe the Suns can use that to their advantage. See if they can get him caught in between first and second. First pitch to Dixon is a big looping breaking ball. 66 miles an hour. That drops into the zone for a strike to Dixon. No balls and a strike. Dixon a .227 hitter on the summer. 22 of 97. 10 runs scored and 10 runs batted in for the commit to Arkansas Little Rock. He'll bounce one That was gloved by the third baseman, but no play to be made. It's an infield single by Tim Dixon, and he has tied the game here in the second. A diving attempt made by Bobby Head at third, but on his way up, the ball popped out of his mitt. It's an infield single for Tim Dixon, and the Suns have tied it here at 1. Suns get the run back on the Tim Dixon RBI single, and DeLand has first and second with 1 out for the 9-hole hitter Christian Pregent. Pregent hitting 167 on the season. Looking for a big hit here. Takes one on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 on the Stetson Hatter. Burke at second, Dixon at first, and an 0-1 pitch coming to Christian Pregent. The 0-1 from Burr. Pregent pops it up and out of the stadium, and the count on Pregent has run to 0-2. Pregent, one of his last 16 since the All-Star break. One of his last 22 since July the 3rd. The 0-2 delivery to Pregent, low and outside for a ball. Count 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. Burr's 1-2 pitch to Pregent, bounces outside for a ball. Good job behind the plate by Luke Douglas to keep it from going to the backstop and taking the double play out of commission as the count runs even now on Christian Pregent. Burr set from the belt, looks back at Joe Burke at second. His delivery, Pregent will hit a high fly ball into deep right center field. Both squeeze converge. It is caught in right field by Ethan Brandt. Tagging up from third is Joe Burke. The throw to third will not be in time. Burke tagged late that time. He was waiting to see if it dropped, but he tags in time to get ahead to third, and the Suns have runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the second inning to bring up the top of the order and Joe McNamara. McNamara, a fly ball into right field that was tracked down by Ethan Brandt in the first inning. He hits here in the second. Of the Suns' 5 outs, 4 of them have been in the air, 3 flyouts and a pop out to go along with a strikeout. They've yet to ground out in this game. First pitch breaking ball, 66 miles an hour again into the zone to Joe McNamara. No balls and a strike on the leadoff hitter out of Winthrop. Wouldn't be surprised to see Dixon get in motion. He's 7 of 9 on the base paths this season. No balls and a strike. They will pick off at Dixon. The throw came in on the knees of Dixon. It's gloved by Jackson. Tag is late. And the ball back to Jacob Burr. No balls, 1 strike the count. Runners on the corners. The 0-1 pitch is low and outside. Count evens 1-1. Ball scooped away from Douglas, but no advancement from either runner. Tied at 1, bottom of the second inning from Melching Field in DeLand. An overcast sky. As the 1-1 delivery coming from the right-hander. Gazing in, runner will go. The 1-1 breaking ball that actually won't go now. Throw back to first is not in time. That one was in there for a strike. Been a perfect pitch to run on for Dixon. Maybe he was just trying to draw a throw down to second to see if they could score Burke from third. But instead, the count on McNamara is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burr comes set, trying to keep the game tied here in the second inning. The TBC Eagle working from the stretch. Gaze is in. Time is called. One ball, 2 strikes the count. Burr gazes over his shoulder. The 1-2 pitch is popped up in the infield. will be playable in shallow right from Judd. He makes the play, and the inning is over. The Suns get runners on the corners, but they do get one on the RBI single from Tim Dixon. We go to the top of the third inning from Melching Field. We're tied at 1. A line out from the 9-hole hitter Luke Douglas starts the inning as the 0-1 pitch to the leadoff hitter Dalton Shuffield misses the zone low for a ball, and it's aces wild, a ball and a strike. As the 1-1 to Shuffield, a bouncing ball to his counterpart at short. Collected by Fornari, his throw to first is in time, and after the back-to-back hits in the second inning from Winter Garden, Cole Beverlin has settled in to retire 5 straight. He now deals with a 2-hole hitter in Ethan Brandt. Two gone in the frame. Top of the third inning. We're tied at 1. Beverlin's first pitch of the at-bat to Brandt is up and in for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Two, 3-4 for the Suns. Fornari, Townsend, and Hilton will hit in the third as a swing and a miss from Ethan Brandt, and the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1 pitch comes from Cole Beverlin. Gets another swing and a miss. Went back to the breaking ball that time and got it. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Beverlin is a line drive back up the middle, a base hit. It'll fall into center field in front of Tim Dixon, and Winter Garden has a 2-out base runner in the person of Ethan Brandt. Hit number 3 on the game for the Squeeze, and it brings up the 3-hole hitter in Wesley Faison. First pitch of the at-bat from Beverland is bounced foul down the third base side. Count starts 0-1 on the 3-hole hitter for the Squeeze in Wesley Faison. Suns trying to get out of the third inning with the tie game intact. Set from the stretch, Beverland, runner on first, 2 gone. Beverland's 0-1 breaking ball in the dirt. Prejean able to keep it in front of him, and the count runs even at a ball and a strike. One ball, 1 strike the count as Beverland comes set from the letters on his jersey. The Florida State Seminole deals the 1-1, runner goes. That ball is lifted high and deep into right field. Alan Alonso has it. He's under it. He makes the play, and the inning is over. The Suns give up a 2-out single, but no damage done as we go to the bottom of the third inning from Melching Field in DeLand. We still are tied at 1. Anthony Dorak is in the game for the Winter Garden Squeeze. He enters for Bobby Head, so he'll hit second in the next inning. As the first pitch of the inning from Burr to Hunter Fornari is in the zone for a strike, 0-1. Bottom of the third inning, this game is tied at 1 between Winter Garden and DeLand as the 0-1 pitch is lifted high and deep down the left field line. Home run distance there for Fornari, but he pulls it too far down the line, and the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the 0-2 breaking ball. Fornari just taps it foul on the right side, and the at-bat stays alive at 0-2. The 0-2 delivery is swung on and missed for strike 3. Fornari chases an outside delivery, and there's 1 gone in the third for Mark Townsend. So Dorak in the game at third, and looks like they've moved the shortstop in Dalton Shuffield out of the game, in fact, as Bobby Head will move over to short. So, in fact, put Dorak in the Shuffield spot in the order. First pitch breaking ball to Townsend. 68 miles an hour in the zone for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery from the right-hander in Burr. Townsend pops it up foul and out of play as the Suns having a tough time timing up the soft-throwing right-hander from Trinity Baptist. They're just getting under his deliveries tonight. The 8 outs, 5 pop-outs or fly-outs, and 2 strikeouts as the 0-2 pitch misses outside for a ball. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch bounces in for a ball, and the count is 2-2. 2-2 the count. As winding into the motion is Burr to Mark Townsend. His 2-2 is fouled off, up and out of play. It'll head towards the parking lot where many of the DeLand players park their cars as the count remains even on Mark Townsend. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ready to go is Burr. He faces Townsend, the switch hitter, hitting from the left side as the 2-2 pitch is a breaking ball that is smoked into right field, a base hit. That was a breaking ball that was hanging in the zone, and Townsend smacks it into right for a base hit. Up goes the average for Mark Townsend. He's on first with 1 away for Brandon Hilton. Hilton, a strikeout victim last time of Burr. Let's see if he can time up the right-hander this time. The last remains of sunshine still showing itself here at Melching Field. But the lights are on. Bottom of the third inning in a 1-1 game. First pitch of the at-bat taken low for a ball to Brandon Hilton. 1 ball and no strikes. Righty on lefty, Burr against Brandon Hilton. New Jersey native, a redshirt freshman for Stetson. The 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball, but time was called first by Hilton. The ball will go back to the pitcher, and a 1-0 count still forthcoming to the redshirt freshman, Brandon Hilton. Set from the stretch, the 1-0 pitch. Hilton holds up on a pitch outside, and the count 2 balls and no strikes. With Alan Alonso, who doubled over the right fielder's head his first time up, standing in the on-deck circle, hoping he gets an opportunity. He will save for a double play ball. Burr deals the 2-0 pitch, a breaking ball that snaps into the zone at 69 miles an hour. Count on Hilton moves to 2-1. From the stretch comes the right-hander. Burr gazes in. Townsend dekes off the bag as the 2-1 pitch is just tapped foul by Hilton, and the count has run even to 2 balls and 2 strikes on the DeLand DH. The right fielder, Alan Alonso, stands in the on-deck circle, followed, if the inning gets there, by Peter Hutzel. Identical line tonight until the hit from Townsend got DeLand their 4th hit. A run on 3 hits for Winter Garden, a run on 4 for DeLand. Pickoff throw not in time to get the returning Mark Townsend. Townsend trying to get himself into scoring position. He is second on the team with 11 stolen bases, second only to Hunter Fornari. Two-two pitch coming from Jacob Burr. 2-2 is high and outside, ball 3. Count fills on Brandon Hilton, 3-2, and would not be surprised at all here to see Townsend get in motion on this 3-2 delivery. Townsend close to the first base bag. He will not go. Hilton pops up on the right side. Giving it a chase is Jackson. He'll look up, and the ball will get into the bleachers, and we'll do another 3-2 pitch to Brandon Hilton. 7th pitch of the AB. On the game, Burr up at 55 pitches total through not even 3 innings. Burr comes set from the belt. Townsend will go. The 3-2 pitch is in there, strike three, but the throw to second not in time. It gets into center field. Townsend will move up to third. Hall will hold him there after a hard turn. So a steal from Townsend and then an error will put him on third with 2 outs in the inning for Alan Alonso as Burr picks up his third strikeout and his second of Brandon Hilton. Officially ruled a stolen base and then an E6 that allows Townsend to move up to third. So now the run production will fall to Alan Alonso. First pitch to Alonso is a big breaking ball that he will scald into deep center, but tracking it is Holmes, and Burr escapes trouble again. The Suns have had runners on in every inning, but have been unable to score more than one. As we go to the fourth, it's tied at 1.